Hello, friends, and welcome to another Pauper League. We're playing Dimir Delver. This is a list, or one like it, that has done fairly well in leagues and challenges. Basically, a blue deck is always going to do fairly well. Blue has access to some of the best cards in Pauper, and we're going to be putting a lot of our hopes and dreams onto the Delver of Secrets here. We have the Brainstorm in order to help to set it up. And that's going to allow us to apply pressure onto an opponent while we're able to hold up counter magic, and that's going to be important versus the squirrel decks that are running around. We also have some more traditional removal that could be useful versus Affinity. As far as the sideboard goes, again, we are definitely geared a little bit towards the squirrels. There's a lot of cards here that actually are going to come in for the squirrels matchup, but we can take out quite a few cards in that matchup as well. And, that's only if we find it. So let's hop into the queue and see what we find. I would say this looks fine. We're missing out on black mana, but we have some draw. Spell Pierce could be quite useful. We'll keep this. So what are you playing, Vars? Thriving Grove, naming white. Maybe Bogles? Okay, Ice Tunnel's really nice. That allows us to cast the Snuff Out. So if Snuff Out is good, then Ice Tunnel is good. Let's play the island here and pass. We have Thought Scour ready to go if they cast nothing, and Spell Pierce ready to go if they cast something. And a pass. Interesting. Okay, let's Thought Scour ourselves. And they'll cycle an Ash Barrens, revealing a Plains. Oh, and we get Counterspell. Wonderful. Well, let's just play the island and pass then. Okay, opponent's not doing too much here. We don't have to do too much if they don't do anything. I think we'll just play the Terramorphic Expanse here. Go get another island. That turn 1 Delver would have been pretty nice. And opponent concedes here. So they don't show us what they're playing. Obviously, whatever they're playing, they weren't able to put anything together. And at this point, we have a lot of mana, so maybe keeping whatever they're playing hidden from us is better than trying to play that game out. I'm going to bring in a Chainer's Edict. I kind of feel like maybe they're playing some kind of Bogles or something. Maybe they had like a really good Bogles hand, but they just didn't have any creatures. Put this over here. Put this over here. All right, so I'm going to guess they're playing Bogles. Oh, I wish we could play Back to Basics. Hey there, Blind. Yeah, this is pretty similar to the first deck that I played on stream. Every once in a while, we got to go back to something that we know is pretty good and see how it works out in the format. I'm thinking that Delver of Secrets is going to be good versus a lot of what's going on. So let's see. Let's bring in some Duress. We could bring in another Echoing Truth. Could be a nice way to block a creature, then remove a mask. So we'd have to take out 2 cards. I mean, these targeted removal spells aren't going to do very good if they are Bogles, right? The thing is, we don't know. So removing all of these things and then seeing that they're not Bogles, in fact, they're something else. Suffocating Fumes could be pretty good as a potential way to get rid of some of their like dorks or whatever. All right, we're going full in on guessing what they're playing here. So these cards would need to come out as well. So we could bring in like, man. All right, we're gonna have to split the difference a little bit. It's good. It's too many cards to take out. And we'll have a better idea of how we should sideboard if we go into a game 3. Exactly, we don't know for sure. The assumption is they're Bogles, but they only showed us the lands that they're playing and nothing else. Hey there, Crown. Hey, Cylon. So this hand is not great because we don't have the land we're looking for in black mana. We have a Brainstorm here, but if we don't find black mana, we become Brainstorm locked. I'm going to actually mulligan this. This is better. We'll keep it and get rid of an island. We can play island first, then Terramorphic Expanse, get a swamp. Okay, so I was right. We have Spell Pierce for their first aura, or for their best aura, however we want to do it. I mean, first and best, so let's take it. Those counterspell arts are gorgeous. Thanks, Blind. I decided to go ahead and splurge since it was well within the account's limit. And I'm going to pay the same on rental fees regardless. So we got the nice ones. All right, what are we going to draw? Drawing Counterspell here would actually be kind of difficult. The Duress, if this was a swamp, we would be in such a good position. All right, play Terramorphic Expanse and pass, and hope that Suffocating Fumes is going to be good. They should be able to play a nice aura here, though. Rancor is fine by me. It's the other ones that I'm afraid of. Ooh, this could be really good. Okay, let's go get Swamp. And Suffocating Fumes is an instant. So we can pass back to their turn and see if they're going to play another aura. And then we'll respond to whatever they cast with Fumes. Getting that Ethereal Armor with the Spell Pierce was really nice. Alright, we're going to go for the Fumes now. Okay, so they do have something. Oh, they have a Dispel. Very good. So smash. We take 4. Alright, so we have... Okay, we get another creature. No salt. Womp womp. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, so we can play the Gurmag Angler here. Or we could play Augur of Bolas, Delver of Secrets, and Duress. Kind of like the idea of getting this Duress in. Ooh, we get Brainstorm, which sets up our Delver. Oh, we take their Ancestral Mask. The Duress is so good there. Alright. Hopefully we don't have to deal with a Thoughtseize glitch, because that was a Duress, not a Thoughtseize. Very good. So we're going to take some trample damage here, but we're going to be able to kill 2 of their creatures. Or maybe, okay, yeah, they're going to attack. Really? Holding the 1/1 back there. Well, whatever, we're going to trade here. Wait a minute, this isn't modern? That's true. The day does start with the letter T, right? It's Thursday, I think, today? And I am asking as a question because working nights, it's really confusing sometimes. Hey there, Islands. Hey, you're a fan of Delver, are you? Wonderful. I'm not going to play a... don't know why you wouldn't play one there, but whatever. Okay, it is a day starting with the letter T. So yeah, Pauper Day. Modern wishes it could play some of these cards. Thought Scour could be pretty interesting with Brainstorm, actually. Alright. So we'll play the big fish and pass. And then we can potentially use the Brainstorm to find something if they do a thing that we're actually afraid of. Okay, so in response to the Rancor here, I'm going to Brainstorm. We find Snuff Out, which is no good, and some lands, which aren't really good either. So I'm going to get rid of Swamp Snuff Out, and then we'll Thought Scour. Brutal. Okay. Anyways, if they want to trade, I'm game. They are not going to trade. So we're going to have to try and find Suffocating Fumes. Perfect. And they're out of gas, so Fumes is perfect. No shuffle. Not going to try and get cute here. I'm just going to kill their creature. And we win game 1. Alright. Yeah, I'll keep this. We got a turn 1 Delver, and then we get Dispel afterwards, so that we don't die to squirrels. And we can... I don't know if I want to set up a stop on the upkeep here for the Brainstorm. I want to hold up Dispel. Oh, they're playing blue, huh? So I probably super want to hold up Dispel so they don't kill my Delver. Alright, let's just let this happen. Maybe we'll get lucky. Cast down. Yes, reveal. Nice. Start swinging for 3 on turn 2. Let's go, Delver. Kind of like a Ponder here. Well, I kind of like those counter spells. And then maybe I could Thought Scour away the cast down if I don't want it later, and start going for lands. Because yeah, if we can hold up double counterspell, keep this insect alive, it won't take too much longer to finish the game. I think they'll probably only have one removal spell here, so yeah, Dispel. No, they have Dispel themselves? Okay, we lose our critter. Are we still gonna want double counterspell? Yeah, that's fine, we got Brainstorm. Thought Scour ourselves, see if we can find a land. Oh, that's lucky. And we'll pass. So we've seen Brainstorm, Dispel, and Lightning Bolt, but no other creatures yet. Oh, we miss. Brutal. Doesn't happen very often, but yeah, sometimes the Augur of Bolas does miss. Frantic Inventory. Okay. So this is what's name? Curve. This is it Curve? No, I'm wrong. Okay. I mean that's fine, that happens. I can be wrong. Saw the inventory and I thought that it was the Curve deck, but it looks like Faeries now. Oh, look at all these fairies coming down. That's too many fairies. I don't think they're going to counterspell my Brainstorm here. They want to use a Spellstutter Sprite on that. That's fine. Oh, they're going to Scred the Augur. Not a huge fan of brainstorming EOT, are you? No, I was more looking for something to do. Now they're tapped out, and we can play Gurmag Angler and hold up a counterspell. And we'll pretend this is the way we wrote it up. Maybe I should have countered that. I think I let that resolve too quick. Because that was 2 mana draw 3. Yeah, I should have countered that. Gonna have to get used to this whole counterspell deck. Let's try and counterspell this. Well, it's not working out. Oh, that's a problem. Let's counterspell that. Don't want to let them get the Monarch. And a Snuff Out. Kind of feels bad using Snuff Out on their Faeries. They're just, dealing 1 damage, but we got to deal with them eventually. Oh no, another one. We only have removal spells, not counter spells. So they're going to get the Monarch, and that's going to end the game. Alright, so we need to draw the, what is that? Thorn? We needed a Thorn of the Black Rose there. Suffocating Fumes look like it would be pretty good on this board. Oh no. And the Spellstutter Sprite is going to be able to counter a 4-drop, which Snuff Out is. So we cast Snuff Out on the Ninja, and then they just Spellstutter Sprite it. Alright. Let's go on to the next one. Opponent has Ninja, the Deep Hours, and the Monarch. It's too much. So Hydroblast would be able to counter their Screds and their Lightning Bolts. So the targeted removal here is so-so. Echoing Truth isn't that hot. Well, that would definitely let us retain a lot of our removal. Yeah, we'll keep this. Kind of think I want to shuffle this one. We have the Terramorphic Expanse here, which ramps us towards the Angler. No ninja. Are they going to spell stutter that? They do not. Hey, we get a Snuff Out. Nice. They do have Counterspell magic up. So they might have Counterspell for the Stormbound Geist. We could also just play Angler here. We already have 5 cards ready to go. So yeah, we could go like Thought Scour Angler. Ooh, with the Spell Pierce. What a draw. If they have Counterspell, we can Spell Pierce that. It looks like they're Counterspelling. That was definitely a nice interaction. And it looks like they won't have Counterspell up, so we'll be able to put down a Stormbound Geist on our turn. So it's looking up. Missing days. Opponent is definitely missing days, yep. Alright, so we got the double Snuff Out here. They probably have like a Dispel up or something. Stormbound Geist is really good in this matchup. Oh, and they're letting us untap. What could they have in hand if they're letting us untap? No removal. I guess they could block here and then Scred. Maybe I should have snuffed out the fairy before letting it block. Yeah, that's a mistake. Damn it. Should have snuffed it out. Unfortunate. Now, we could snuff it out this turn, but they're just going to be able to Scred the Angler on another turn later. I'm going to let it happen. We 2 for 1 this way. Ooh, they don't have it. We get to keep our Gurmag Angler. Okay, well now they have enough snowlands that regardless, whenever they draw Scred, they can kill the Angler. They're going to try and spell stutter this. We'll snuff out the Sprite. I'm going to cast this for life, so it looks like we still have a lot of stuff to do. I'll cast this for mana, because now, obviously, we have nothing else to do. Nice. Delver resolves. A lot of pressure on the board, opponent. Oh, red elemental blast. They had one more card. And that gets rid of the Delver. Ooh. Frantic inventory, draw 3. Must be nice. Augur of Bolas, that's a blocker. Oh, was looking in the wrong spot. Preordain. Go ahead and cast it immediately. One card top, so they got something good. And that's another blocker. So they're not dying this turn. Chainer's Edict. How much mana do we have? Not enough. Well, we'll get rid of one of their blockers. Go ahead. We can just hit 6 here. There's no reason for us to use our clock during the opponent's turn. We're empty-handed, so there's nothing that we could be representing. The only card that we could possibly cast is Chainer's Edict. That's in our graveyard. That's a sorcery. So we have absolutely no interaction right now, so let the opponent do what they're going to do. Oh, Stormbound Geist of their own. So if we Chainer's Edict that, then not so good for us. I think I'll just cycle the Fumes, see if we can find something better. We could, like, attack, they block, we Suffocating Fumes, their creature shrinks, then they get a 3/3, we can Chainer's Edict later, but who knows, they could have another creature at that point. Cheers, Swamp Mosquito. Another Suffocating Fumes? Get out of here. And a land. So do I attack? Kind of leaning towards no. Well, we could attack with Geist, and then we get a 3/3, and we can potentially kill their Geist with Edict. Let's go for it. You're making some sense there, Islands. Oh, we got nothing, so let's Edict. Okay, so they have a blast for our creature, and we get theirs. So we have one card in hand, and they have 3. Ooh, what a leftover. Shrek. Giving them the Monarch. That's a big deal. They could actually come right back with that, because we don't have reach like they do. We're not able to throw lightning bolts at their face. Let's hope Augur of Bolas gets something. They might just choose to counter everything possible at this point, depending on what they have in hand. Yep. Because they're going to be drawing so many cards with the Monarch, and Crimson Fleet is just going to be crushing this game from this point. Feel like we really need a Brainstorm here to just totally change our hand into something good. Well, I mean, that's the first piece, so let's use it. Main phase Brainstorm. Oh, Frantic Inventory, 2 mana, draw 4. Wow, 2 mana, draw 4. And that's the game. Good game, though. Opponent really showing that experience counts for a lot in one of these matchups. And I don't think there's anything we're going to be able to do at this point. They have 5 cards in hand. They're going up to 6. Yeah, we just draw land. Good games, opponent. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. So Cylon watched a movie called The Empty Man. Says it's really good. I have not heard of it. When I think of The Empty Man, I think they used that line in a skit in Wolf 359. Although it might have been The Hungry Man. Alright, Cylon. I wrote it down. If I get a chance, I'll check it out. So we're playing against Affinity. I kind of think I just want to play the Terramorphic Expanse, get Island, and we can Brainstorm. Don't think I want the Echoing Decay in this matchup. Basic Island. That's an interesting split. Basic Island and a Great Furnace. I like the Snuff Out, so I'm going to get rid of the Decay and an Island, and then I'll Terramorphic Expanse for an Island. Okay, if we play Augur of Bolas, then we don't have Counterspell up. So we can wait one turn, and then we can kind of do it all. And this way we also have access to Thought Scour if we don't Counterspell. I wanted to play the Swamp here, though, so we do have access to Snuff Out if we need it. But I could have waited on the Swamp, and then we would have had access to Thought Scour and Counterspell. And we could have Snuff Out on a later turn. Do we have to counter? Not necessarily. But being able to maybe counter a, what is that called? Thoughtcast? Might be good. Or should we be keeping the counterspell for like a fling? Because we have Snuff Out for the Tog. Makes sense, Islands. Okay, we're just getting a ton of removal. Cool. That's back. Have Counterspell up and Snuff Out. So yeah, I like Counterspell at this point where with them having so few cards. for Thoughtcast, although they do have Witching Well on the board, which is a 4-mana draw 2. So they will be able to use that to gas back up. Next step is Ponder into Gurmag. Let's go. Oh yeah, Islands. I wanted to ask your opinion on the Grist emote that I made, which I put onto like the next level of bit donation or whatever. I'm thinking like it's close, but maybe like the red glasses were a little bit because you can't really tell exactly what's going on. All right, Mirror Enforcer resolves. Get rid of that with a cast down later. Another one, huh? Okay, well that's good to hear, Islands. Thank you. I wasn't sure if it quite stood out enough. Oh, that's not great. I'm gonna shuffle this. There we go. That's how you do it. I guess we can snuff out the Mirror Enforcer and attack, or we can just hold back. I'm gonna hold back here so we don't lose the life on the Snuff Out. Opponent can still like Galv Blast and Fling and Atog, so they have quite a bit of reach. So I don't want to reduce my life total at a point where I don't have to. Um, Losing 4 life to deal 1 damage doesn't seem like a good trade for me. Yeah, that was a pretty wicked call. So yeah, we don't need to snuff out here. We can snuff out during our turn if we don't draw a land, which of course we know we're not because we have Brainstorm. That's right, there was a cast down on top, right? So we could Brainstorm and grab the cast down, then double cast down their 2 creatures. All right, so I'm going to put Snuff Out and then Augur of Bolas so that we'll have Augur of Bolas on top, which can draw the Snuff Out. Kill their creatures. Nice. Okay, we might have found a way through this. Opponent should be gassing up any moment now. But we got a bit of gas on top of the deck ourselves. Oh, I get ya. Makes sense. Use the Augur of Bolas to get rid of the land. Seems solid. Yep. We could have had Snuff Out and Dispel. That would have been nice. Oh well. Maybe I should have attended Augur 101. I heard that someone wrote this enormous article on how to properly use Gush. The whole point of putting cards back is to get rid of them. Good to know. Wow, look at what they did. That's crazy. Get rid of the Gear Seeker. Thought Scour ourselves. No, we draw an island. So if we attack, they kill Gurmag Angler and get to keep one of their Sojourners. Well, in this case, Island is definitely not better than a random. I would have definitely have preferred just about anything else. Oh, they're attacking. Well, I'm going to block here. Yep. We'll trade 2 for 1. Oh my, is this just death? 4, 8, 9? It's a lot of damage. But because this has double strike, it's actually going to kill the Gurmag Angler and survive. Wow. Cool tech, opponent. Ah, counterspell right on time. Now this game really got away from us. That Witching Well seems pretty good, being able to scry in the early games and then gas back up in the late games. Oh no, another one. Get out of here. That's too many creatures. Stop. Delver of Secrets, I mean, it buys us a turn, but to what end? We're not going to have an answer to double Sojourner. I guess we could, like, draw Brainstorm. Still, it's, looks like the advantage is firmly in the opponent's court. And it looks like... Ah, here we go. We were a little bit stuck there for a moment. stuck in a very different way. All right, let's make our blocks. We don't feel good about it, but this is how we see the top of our deck. What's on top? That's not good enough. All right, so we're going to bring in Chainer's Edict. Unexpected Fangs. Could potentially bring in Duress. It does have some hits. Don't think Echoing Truth is going to be any good here. Echoing Decay seems quite poor. Hydroblast. I mean, it gets the Atog, the Fling, the Temur Battle Rage, the Gallop Blast. There's a lot of hits on Hydroblast. Do they board Pyroblast? Pretty sure they will have access to that. Not too sure how many. Let's see here. So this was the Affinity deck we were playing previously. We had access to 3 Pyroblasts. We're going to want to take some stuff out, obviously. We got to take out 4 cards. We could also potentially bring in Dispel. But we've already got to take out a bunch of cards here. Let's figure that out first. What do you take out here, Islands? Well, we'll give it a try. Actually take the cards out before we submit. Yeah, I think so too, which is one of the reasons why Thought Scour is a bit difficult to take out, because it loads up our graveyard so quickly, but we have to take something out. We got a bunch of Gurmag Anglers here, but no way to cast them. Oh, come on, deck. Wow. Deck is so kind. Well, we do get a land. That's a hit. Wish I hadn't played the Terramorphic Expanse now. Ice Tunnel? No. You're thinking Behold on upkeep, huh? Oh, Journey to Nowhere for the Delver. Well, I guess we don't need to Behold on upkeep necessarily. Because Delver's not flipping anyway. Up top. So we have Thought Scour, so we can play the Gurmag Angler now if we want to, or we can wait one turn, and then we can have like Hydroblast Counterspell up to protect it. Wow, opponent seems to have a very reactive hand. And here come the 4/4s. Thorn of the Black Rose. That could be interesting later. And a cast down. Not bad. Thoughtcast. Kind of want to counterspell that. Okay, we can kill that with a cast down. And they can't really attack into us. Okay. We play Thorn of the Black Rose, they can take the Monarch away from us. Kind of like just going Brainstorm main step here. We still have access to Cast Down and Hydroblast. We just get Snuff Out, so we can wreck their board. Delver Thorn. Yep. Alright, so we'll cast down the Gearseeker Serpent, and then we'll attack. And they'll double block, and we'll snuff out one of their creatures. Nice. Yeah, pretty obv. Ooh, but the Reaping the Graves, they didn't care. They were like, yeah, don't even care. Got Reaping the Graves, we're going to get all those creatures back. Wow. An opponent still has both Chromatic Stars on the board, which is another 2 draws. Okay, so if we play Thorn, we're going to lose the Monarch. No, not necessarily, because we have Snuff Out. So we can play Thorn, and then we can Snuff Out if they try to attack. Don't like that they're drawing towards, should have just Snuffed Out during my turn. Because they could be drawing towards Dispel with this. Okay, so they're going for another draw here, but they don't get this draw. Nice. Well, they still have plenty of good cards here. But maybe we get to keep the Monarch for a turn. Okay. Nice. We have the Hydroblast for the Fling. Play a Delver, pass the turn. I think we just hold up Hydroblast for like the actual Fling, or if they try and boost up the Tog. Like we could again like go for the Hydroblast right now, and that means if they won't have the extra turn to draw the Dispel. But I kind of like the idea of going for broke on this. Ooh, we should. No, we've already used yeah, we've already used Behold the Multiverse. There's only one in the deck, so we don't need an end step stop here. But the foretell can be done at any time during your turn. So you can actually foretell during the end step, which is something that you might need to do if you have the Monarch. Okay, so they have the Galvblast for the Thorn. We could Hydroblast that. But then they're going to take the Monarch regardless. Save the Hydroblast for the Tog. Okay, so that's all the damage they want to do. That's 7 damage, puts us to almost Galvblast range, but not quite. Puts us to 5, right? Well, they've taken the Monarch. That is not good. And we just draw land. Also not good. They have 2 Gearseeker Serpents, which are bigger than our Gurmag Angler. Looks like another loss. Well, we did mulligan to 5 this time and put up a pretty good fight, but it looks like we're going to go down to 1-2. GG's. Well, this is an easy mulligan. We have a 1-land hand this time. Deck is doing us dirty. Scout, oh. Is this Orzhov control? Pestilence, maybe? We're gonna ponder here. Fortunately, we got the ponder to set up our land. Very nice. How did we set this up? We had like yeah, we put that in the wrong order, didn't we? It doesn't matter. Echoing Decay took care of the Delver of Secrets anyway. Ooh, one of the Scry lands. Haven't seen too many of those. And another Brainstorm. Yeah, Thought into Gurmag, exactly. If they have an Edict, we have the Augur of Bolas to eat the Edict and save the Angler here. Oh, undoubtedly they have a ton of removal. It's just wondering if they have Cast Down. Chittering Rats. Chittering Rats? Yeah, that's a card you can play. That's right, Slayer. One really big fish. Do we bother Cast Down on the Chittering Rats? What if they have, like, Ephemerate here? That would be horrifying. I don't want to cast it down. I'm going to attack. Okay, they do block. Do they Ephemerate? I am so smart. So smart and so handsome. And thin. Oh, I'm the most humble. You've never met anyone more humble than I. Well, I got one, okay? So if I play like a donkey for the rest of the league, it's fine because I got that one. Echoing Decay does kill the Crypt Rats. Chainer's Edict. I mean, yeah, that does work. Get rid of the Augur here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're 1 mana away from casting Chainer's Edict again. Oh, but we got Delver of Secrets and Counterspell. Wonderful. Didn't I brainstorm on the main phase there? So we let the Echoing Decay resolve, then we counter the Edict. Yeah, I wanted to draw the extra card so that I would have an extra card to look at for the Brainstorm. It would go deeper that way. I'm pretty sure we were thinking the exact same thing. So Ash Barrens shuffles away the land that's on top of the deck. Okay, they're going to scry during their main step instead of their upkeep. That seems pretty good. Nice. Okay, so we're playing against an Orzhov control list with Ephemerate, Chittering Rats, Crypt Rats. What else could they have? Oh, there's a lot of enter the battlefield triggers in Pauper, especially in black and white. So plenty of things to do. Hey Chuck, thanks for the host, friend. So Golgari, you think that I played Brainstorm end of turn there as well? I was sure I did it during the main, because I had 2 islands tapped, one for the Brainstorm, one for the Delver of Secrets. Board Stormbound plus Duress. I mean, yeah, it's not a huge deal. I don't have replays set up to do super easily, so we can check the VOD later. I'll be checking and editing later, and I mean, it's not a huge deal. It's just for peace of mind, you know, like, did I totally forget how the last turn of Magic happened? Sometimes that does happen with me. I actually want Chainer's Edict in this matchup. I think that's pretty important here. If they have the protection from monocolored, we actually need Edict to get rid of it. Yeah, we can get out Truth. Okay, we need 4 other cards to go. 3 more cards to go. Yeah, we could take out some Snuff Out. Keep the cast downs. We're going to submit with this. Oh, when they play the Crypt Rats. Was that maybe from like an earlier Brainstorm? Not a huge fan of this hand. We have the Brainstorm, but if we get Brainstorm locked, we're stuck with a 1-land hand. We'll keep this, get rid of one of the Terramorphic Expanse. Actually, the Terramorphics help us shuffle, so we might actually want to keep both the Terramorphics. Because we have Ponder and Brainstorm, these things will help us sculpt our hand. And the Angler, nice. All right, we're gonna start off with Ponder. Turn 1 Ponder is good. These cards are okay. We don't have any removal, so I kind of like this. Just shuffle your sideboard into deck and remove 15 cards. Done. Easy. Yeah, sideboarding on Moto is way easier. Just trying to figure out like the order I'm supposed to put these in, because I probably want all of these things. Well, we can decide how we want to do it. Because yeah, we get to hold up Counterspell here, which is actually a pretty good spot for Counterspell. They could potentially have the Chittering Rats, and counterspelling that would be quite nice. Oh, well, thanks for looking that up, Golgari. So it was the first Brainstorm that I had actually cast during the end step. The second Brainstorm, I think, I cast during my main. No Ninja. Okay. So we just held up Counterspell for nothing there. But this turn we'll have Counterspell or Brainstorm. And Brainstorm with Terramorphic Expanse seems pretty nice. Oh, where's that Echoing Decay now? Thorn is interesting. That'll be good later. Let's get rid of Terramorphic and another Gurmag Angler. Yep, fetch the island there. So with all of our mana, we could play a Gurmag Angler, but they probably just have Cast Down up here. Probably did need the Ponder. Would have been nice to have something to do. What is this? Castigate? Counterspell. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm thinking about actually, yeah, I'm going to cast down this Core Skyfisher. So that gets the cast down into the graveyard. And lets us play Gurmag hold up Counterspell. Fleshbag Marauder. Counter that. Bajuka Bog, right on time. And we get a Brainstorm here. Brainstorm could be pretty interesting with the Delver of Secrets. So the question is, do we cast the Brainstorm during the main step? Because we could find like some great stuff to do, right? Oh, I love the Snuff Out. Okay, we'll put Gurmag, then Thorn. Play this. If we want to play the Delver, we take down Counterspell. I'm going to hold up the counter. Okay, so 2 for 2. And we're just going to play out our hand here. One, two, three, four, 5 mana. They're going to crack the clue, go up to 5 cards in hand. 3 lands open. So I don't think they're going to be able to take the Monarch. Well, I mean, we have Snuff Out, so they cannot take the Monarch. The Chittering Rats is a bit of a pain. We'll go ahead and snuff them out. Do I want to cast this for life? We have the Gurmag Angler on top. So we use 4 mana for the Snuff Out. We cannot cast the Angler. Alright, I'm going to snuff out the... If we had left the Snuff Out on top, we could have definitely flipped the Delver and then just cast the Snuff Out during our turn. So if I had taken a little bit more time to think about this, the Delver would be flipping. Oh, we cannot cast down the Chittering Rats. I don't even want to cast down the Thraben Inspector. Oh, this sucks. Oh well, is what it is. If we had played better, we could have had a Gurmag Angler ready to go here. Or, yeah. We could have had a Flip Delver, is what I'm trying to say. Magic is a very complicated game. Get rid of Delver. Thorn block or kills whatever it blocks. Crypt Rats, that's a pretty good one. Not going to be able to snuff that out. They have 1, 2, 3 black mana, so they cannot kill the Gurmag Angler with it yet. And another Snuff Out. Let's play the Augur. See what we can get off of that. Nothing. And I guess we'll pass. I don't want to lose the Monarch. Cast down. If we had paused on end step there, would that have been better? Cast down is a pretty good draw here. That lets us get rid of the Crypt Rats. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 black mana. So they cannot kill Gurmag Angler. And another Angler. Cool. Had exactly enough mana to play another Gurmag Angler. Got another creature up. We have both the Snuff Outs available. Although only one of them has a target. But we can get rid of that Thraben Inspector if we wish. Bojuka Bog right on time again. Eliminating my already empty graveyard. So another streamer, Deluxe Lykoff, their channel is named Pauper. Buddy really hates the card Chittering Rats. He just thinks it's a terrible magic card. And been kind of teasing him about it. I actually briefly made an emote of Chittering Rats just so that I could put a pyramid in his chat. Good times. And that's a scoop. Don't like that we have two black cards with our predominantly blue hand. We do have Thought Scour to try and draw towards something. Spell Pierce to be able to counter their turn 2 play. Mediocre hand keep. Okay. Lotus Petal. Is opponent going for turn 1 Storm? They're just going to make all the squirrels turn 1. And we're not going to get any turns of this game at all. Thanks, Blind. This is going to be a real short game, one way or the other. But if they're going for a turn 1, they're probably pretty confident that they have what they need. I mean, even just a Squirrel Storm here is going to be pretty good, but yeah, at this point, we're dead. We're not going to have the answer soon enough. Because, oh, it's Relay. I thought they were going to first day into Chatterstorm there. Do you still have Chatterstorm? They don't. Okay, so that was one go, and then they're going to be able to play all these cards on their turn. So we have the Spell Pierce up. Spell Pierce looks pretty good here. Okay, so this turn they have access to all of these cards, but next turn they don't. So I'm wondering if we actually just counter the Lotus Petal here. They also have the Geothermal Crevice. No, they're just going to concede. Okay, they don't even want to bother waiting for us to decide if we want to counter or not. One of the things about the Chatterstorm deck is that depending on how you play it, you can actually play through a league very quickly. So if opponent is looking to grind and get through as many matches as possible, basically missing on that storm and then having, okay, they realize we're playing against a slow opponent. Opponent probably has a counterspell here. Let's just move on. What just happened? Opponent stormed. They did not have Chatterstorm. They had Galvanic Relay. And when they went back to their turn on the Relay turn, we had Spell Pierce up. So as I was considering if I should Spell Pierce their Lotus Petal, they just scooped. There, we can take out Snuff Out. We can take out Cast Down. So let's see here, that's 7 cards. We need 3 more to go. Don't know, maybe the Thought Scour? Like, we're going to have to kill the opponent eventually with our creatures, but realistically, all we're trying to do is just stop them from doing their combo. So maybe actually Augur is really good because we're going to want to be able to find the Echoing Truth. So we should have all of our Augurs in here, all of our draw spells, all of our... And I might actually be looking at Thought Scouring the opponent just so we don't, like, mill our own Echoing Truth or something. Okay, so we have Counterspell turn 2, which is really slow. Kind of want to mulligan this. This hand would be great in almost any other matchup. We're going to keep this one. We have a Delver to get a quick clock going and a bunch of cantrips. And I think I'll just get rid of Terramorphic Expanse. I mean, Terramorphic is pretty good with a Brainstorm. Maybe we'll get rid of the Thought Scour. Okay, they don't go off turn 1. What do we draw? Counterspell. I would love to have 2 untapped mana, but that means we don't get to play our Delver. Alright, we're going to move into Counterspell turn 2 if they let us have a turn 2. So we're going to have to just wait here and see if opponent has it. They don't. Okay, so we get Counterspell. Oh, and I love the island off the top, too. That's wonderful. So next turn we can play Delver and hold up Counterspell. I think we're probably going to want to Counterspell first day of class. That's usually the card you want to hit. We could also go for Manamorphose. Manamorphose is another good card to Counterspell. And I might be interested in Brainstorming here if they pass back. Okay, looks like they're going for it. Why not? Cabal Ritual. With nothing in the graveyard, so make 1 mana with your spell. Rite of Flame. Manamorphose. They have exactly enough mana for first day into Chatterstorm. I'm not interested in countering Manamorphose. I'll counter the first day. No, they have a relay again. 4-card relay, 5-card relay. Really good. Wow. That's a really good relay. They're going to be super happy with that. Another relay on top of that? They're going to have so many cards next turn. Alright, so we really need to draw towards our answer. So we need to find Echoing Truth. Looks like we're not going to find it. Oh, that was wrong. I was supposed to keep the Ash Barrens, and I had 1 mana left, and I was supposed to shuffle there. The Hydroblast. That's not enough. Shuffle. And we miss. Okay, well, we have Counterspell up for first day of class. And then we have another Brainstorm to try and find Echoing Truth. So all these cards here, that's what the opponent has access to this turn. Galvanic Relay doing work. And they're going to be able to Galvanic Relay. Actually, let's see. If we get rid of... No, they're going to have green mana because of the Geothermal Crevice. So yeah, we can't stop the Manamorphose because they still have access to green mana here. So it has to be the first day. No! So that's GG. Well, I guess we could Brainstorm into a 1-mana Counterspell for the first day. So we're not quite dead yet. We need 1-mana Counterspell and Echoing Truth or Echoing Decay on top. We miss. Okay. GG. And one more time. We got the play. We got a first turn Delver. Got a Brainstorm to go looking. We're going to keep this. Not great, but maybe we can Behold and find something. Suffocating Fumes isn't bad. We have the Hydroblast. Okay. So we're going to want to put an instant on top. So we'll go Ice Tunnel Behold. And we can play Island, hold up Hydro. And we have Suffocating Fumes to get rid of 1/1s. So that's something. And this is one of the better clocks that we could have against the squirrels. Although realistically, the best thing you can do against squirrels is just counter their stuff. If you can get them to fizzle, it's basically game over. Ooh, they got the Duress. Yeah, nothing we can do about that. Your choice, Suffocating Fumes or Hydroblast. They take the Hydro. Okay. They play the Lotus Petal. Are they going off? They're going off, chat. They know it's wide open. They're going off. Turn 2. Nice swamp. There's first day. And there's Chatterstorm. So the Suffocating Fumes doesn't work. And I think we know what's on top too, right? Because of the Brainstorm? Like it was a land, if I recall correctly. So these squirrels are just going to kill us. Yeah, even if we give them -1/-1, that's still 7 damage incoming. GG. Wow. Well, there you have it. Dimir Delver. Good deck, but the how do I want to say this? This deck rewards people for really understanding not only the format, but also the intricacies of the deck and of playing control. So this is definitely a really good option for the format right now. You do have access to a lot of answers to what the opponents are doing, but as we just saw in the last round, if you don't have the cards in hand ready to go, then Squirrels is just going to beat you, and even if you do, they could still have counters or duress. We had the answer in hand with the counterspell into Suffocating Fumes, but duress away the counter magic, and Suffocating Fumes doesn't do anything against 2/2s. So good games.